everyone, this is Shirley Michelle, aka Curls by Shirls, and in today's video I'm going to be doing one side of my head fully voluminous while the other side of my head has no volume. Some people don't really like to have volume in their curls. That's just not me. Not me, not Hermione, you, Harry. Personally, I opt for more volume. The more volume, the better. But I know that some people don't really like to have that much volume. So I'm going to show you how I would style my hair if I didn't want any volume at all versus a lot of volume over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my hair. However, on the volume side, I'm going to wet mostly the ends, like mids to ends. And on the no volume side, I'm going to just fully, completely drench it, like soaking wet. I do want to focus mostly on the ends though, because that's where the definition really makes a difference. I'm using a little bit less on this side, but still enough to still define my curls. And now I'm going to section and brush style. Every time I use my brush, I'm starting at the base and I'm pulling downward, okay? I'm not trying to create that extra root lift, so I'm just going to go straight down. Starting at the root, I'm going to use some tension, but instead of going down, I'm going out. Going up and away, so I have that root volume. So now I'm going to add some gel. The gel I'm adding is like a very strong hold gel. I don't want to do too much because I don't want it to be too crunchy, but I am going to make sure that the gel is evenly distributed here. Now to add a little extra volume, I'm going to use a little bit of mousse. And I'm opting for a light hold gel on this side. I could go an extra step and plop this side up, so it kind of dries a little bit in that way where the root is already up. And this side I'm going to micro plop just to squeeze out the excess moisture, making it a little bit faster to diffuse. And I'm just gently doing this so it doesn't cause too much frizz. Again, I'm looking for a very frizz-free, no volume look on this side. I'm trying to plop half of my head. Let's see if this works. Okay, that kind of worked. All right, so this is funny. I'm plopping on this side while I just micro plopped on this side. Now it's time to diffuse. So on this side, I'm going to be diffusing downward. I'm just going to have the air coming down. I don't want to manipulate my hair a lot. I'm not going to cup it. I'm not going to do any of that. Honestly, even air drying might be a better way to have a lot less volume. But for the sake of time and because I don't want to leave my house in this weather with wet hair, I'm going to go ahead and diffuse, but like this. I'm going to use low heat, low fan, but I might play around with it a little bit because I do get really impatient. I don't know if I can sustain that until it gets fully dry. I'm going to keep my low volume side separated with these clips. And now this side I get to diffuse like a mad woman. High heat, high power. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna cup it, I'm gonna move my head around a lot to really create that lift. Prepare for lift off. can't do it. I'm just gonna go straight full power, full heat because it's taking too long already. I know it's gonna cost a little bit more frizz, but it is what it is at this point. I don't have time for this, honestly. I'm even gonna go ahead and take the diffuser off and just go crazy with it. All right, so here we have it. It's basically dry. It's not fully 100% dry, but it isn't gonna get much more voluminous than this the further that it dries. It's gonna dry maybe like 5% more. I think it's like 95% dry right now. And then it's gonna literally stay like this. This is my no volume technique. Now, to take this even a step further, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of oil on my hands. I'm gonna try to smooth out that frizz a little bit. There's kind of a little too much frizz here, but that's okay. And I can look around and see if there's any clumps that I'd like to separate. You know, start to create even more volume. I'm not really seeing that many clumps. I guess the way that I brush styled, especially using that brush, it kind of already gives you those smaller clumps where you don't have to separate them. I'm gonna go ahead and pick my roots, fluff them out a little bit. As I am picking my roots, throw a little bit of hairspray on there, kind of let that sit for a bit, and then let it go, right? And on this side, I can even take it a step further and just spray it so to make sure that it doesn't get any bigger than this. So, light little spritz of hairspray. And that's it. Personally, I am team volume all the way, even if it does have more frizz, even if it doesn't last as long, even if it looks crazy. I don't know, I love the big hair look. Even if it's not as defined, I don't know, I just love having big hair. I don't know, I like looking like a poodle. I don't know, maybe that's weird, but I do know that some people don't like to have all this volume and they like to have a more controlled, more calm, more put together look. I like to look crazy, I don't know, because I guess I am kind of crazy. But this side looks nice too. Now, I'm about to leave my house, so I need to actually make myself look presentable because I don't want to look like this in public. I'm going to my daughter's basketball game. Could just put it up in a ponytail, I guess. Maybe I can like do something like this, and nobody would even tell, right? You can't even tell. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to make this one a little bit more voluminous because that's just my style. All right, I'm gonna use some oil to scrunch out that crunch. I'm gonna separate some clumps because there's quite a few in there actually. You know what, I'm just gonna use my fingers to kind of just rake through all of this because I'm just gonna separate it as much as possible. And look, already like kind of matching. Go ahead and pick my hair. Get rid of that part. And voila, I'm ready to go. So honestly, I feel like this side, having the no volume styling routine and then messing it up so that it is voluminous is also another way to achieve volume while also still having that definition, those nice juicy defined curls, right? So over here, it's a little less frizzy than it is over here. So this is also like a good styling technique for voluminous hair. Make it super flat and defined first, and then when it's fully dry, go crazy with it.
Let me know which side you prefer in the comments, and as always, thanks for stopping by.